Well, good morning. How's everyone's? Good drinking my coffee. All right, we are finishing up the cookie day from yesterday. We did the salted caramel chocolate chip and we did the fudge stuffed. So now we are going to try a completely new, different type of thing. This is going to be a Blackberry Lime crumble cookie. Kind of looks like a little baby pie. You want to? All right. All right, babies. In the mixer, we have a 1 cup of butter. That's 2 sticks. We have 1/4 a cup of regular sugar and 1/3 of a cup of powdered sugar. I'm going to get this mixing and creaming, and then we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. There you go. And a teaspoon of almond. I use emulsion rather than extract. We're going to cream that up really well. All right, we have creamed that down. That looks very nice, very nice. To that, we are going to add 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour and a teaspoon of salt. We want to mix this just until it's combined. It should still look very crumbly. All right, see how that's really crumbly? That's exactly what we want. Now we go over to the muffin tin. All right, now you need jumbo muffin tins. See these? They're not tall, so they're not cupcake ones. They're just jumbo muffin tins. Now it tells you to butter and do the flour and do all that. Look, I'm lazy, and I just don't like it. I use basically the Pam's baking or like Baker's Joy. This stuff is absolutely phenomenal and has never failed me. So I'm going to spray the inside of these. We are going to put 1/4 cup of this mixture in here, and we're going to press it down lightly. Don't overmix this. You will end up with a really tough cookie, plus this is your topping. Don't overpress it. You will end up with a tough cookie. Hang. Spray them and make them look like that. I'm going to use a glass to press this in. There's 1/4 of a cup in each one. Make it look like that. I used very, very little pressure. All right, so you actually need to make little indentions. And then you are going to put a 1/2 teaspoon of blackberry jam or any jam you decide you want to do. This is actually called for raspberry, but I couldn't find any seedless, so we're going to do blackberry. All right, then you're going to cover it with a little bit more of the cookie, which is going to be the topping, and we are going to bake this at a 350 oven for 18 to 22 minutes. Now, here's the kicker. Do not remove these from the pan until they are completely cooled. If you do, they will fall apart and become a crumbly mess. It's a crumble cookie, so it's got to be cold all the way, which is the reason why we greased the pan the way we did. So we're going to get a couple more ready, and then we'll get them in the oven. Okay, those look pretty good coming out of the oven. Now I took an offset spatula and I just ran it around to make sure that nothing stuck. And then we're going to let these cool completely before we take them out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a lime glaze to go over the top of those. Hindsight, I probably should have put a bit more crumble over the top of them than what I did. But, I think we're going to be fine. I think it'll be fine. All right, babies, and there we go. There is our finished product. We did a sugar lime glaze, which was basically just some powdered sugar, lime juice. I put a little bit of water in there just to kind of thin it out a little bit. Just taste it, make sure it tastes like lime. There's really no specific measurements. I just used a spatula, went up high, drizzle, 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 and basically there you go. So we'll pick the ugliest one and we'll try it. All right, I feel like this is probably the ugliest one. Now, this is a recipe I've never done. Y'all know me. I like to get on here and do a thing. I made way too much glaze because I still got a bit left in there. So, all right, this is my version of Costco's raspberry crumble. This is a blueberry lime. Ooh, you know what would be really good? My roasted pineapple jam. Yeah. All right, anyway, blackberry lime is the flavor of this one. So cheers from your house to mine. Oh, that's lovely. That's really lovely. Honestly, the lime helps a little bit because the crust is a little sweet. So that definitely helps. You could put a tartar jam in there and that would be absolutely stunning. But it's very nice. It is very crumbly. It's very short, which is the way it's supposed to be. It's very buttery. It's like a really fantastic buttery cookie. Mm-hmm. Look at that. Oh my God. Yes. This is a keeper. This will be Christmas gifts. Absolutely 100% for sure, for sure. No, this is not my homemade jam. I have not made any blackberry jam. But again, I think you could use any jam that you wanted. Yours or store-bought. Avoid things with seeds just because it's kind of weird. It is crumbly. But that's the way it's supposed to be. You don't want it to be super tough. So I'm going to call this one a big success. Yes. I'm making people are going to be excited. I hope my surgeon likes it. Because that's the whole reason I'm making them. He made me better, so I'm going to bring him a little bit of joy. Y'all know the rules. If you want the recipe, comment down below.